And welcome back to another great episode of the One Percenter Podcast, hosted by the Shushu Boys. It's your host, the one and only me, and got another special guest on. First one of the season. You guys probably seen him from season 2, I believe. I did the episode with you, season 2, season 1.
Mm.
My boy G.
What's going on?
Welcome, G. How you feeling, brother?
I'm chilling, bro. Just happy to be on here, man.
Man, nah,
Just happy to be a part of what y'all got going on, man.
hey man, nah, for sure. You definitely got that 1%ers mentality and blood inside you. So you for sure live it, you walk it, you talk it. Hey man, I appreciate you, man. But to all the viewers out there, I just want to say, we appreciate you and thank you for tuning in, showing your support, like, commenting, subscribing, sharing, everything you guys do for the channel. As it is December 31st, and we are a few hours away from New Year's, and so this is like kind of like a, I don't know, like a late podcast, or I could make a joke and say, the last time we dropped a episode was last year.
Last year.
Yeah, yeah, that shit was corny. But anyways, um, hey man, New Year's right around the corner, man. How would you evaluate your whole year? How it went?
Man, 2024, bro. I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't know. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This year flew like you. We was in January, and then like it blinked, and it's like November. It jump flew by. But I feel like I grew a lot, learned a lot, got a lot of skills. You know what I'm saying? I definitely put the time in. So I felt like this year was just like a year, just like learning, adapting, figuring some stuff out, so some good growth.
Nah, definitely. And I feel like almost every year, we always say that the year times fly by or the year fly
Right.
by because I still remember it was like the middle of summer and now it's we almost in next year um and I guess what was your three greatest achievements this past year that you can say you was proud of?
Um, First, right, so in February, me and my brother Maurice, well, kind of in the new year, me and my brother Maurice was like, look, we gonna start our own clothing line. Or we
Mm-hmm.
gonna, you know what I'm saying, start doing clothes. And then like towards February, we just like, bruh, but like we don't just want to make blanks and we don't just want to make like regular stuff for everybody. We want to actually learn how to make clothes. Um, so around February, March, we both bought sewing machines, and you know what I'm saying, we really got pretty good. From then on to now, we got a long way to go, but that's probably like one of my biggest achievements, just like really picking up that skill and learning how to make clothes from nothing. You know what I'm saying, like making my own patterns and just building it up from the ground up. That's been like crazy process. So that's definitely number one.
Oh no, definitely. And I know, a lot of people, they walk and talk and say they want to start something, they want to do X, Y, and Z, but they really don't go out and do it. And I guess it's kind of gonna be relatable to what we're gonna highlight, for this episode. Small wins.
Right.
Um, you kind of need to know like what are small wins or define what it is. It's just like minor incremental achievements to build to the greatest achievement. And I guess in terms of you on starting, your clothing brand with you and your your partner and your guy over there, um, what does that look like for you? I guess in terms of like small wins, like what built up to it for you guys to finally make a brand out there.
Bro, like, so we still are finding like our identity in the brand. Right now, we just doing kind of custom type of things.
Hmm.
But it was really just kind of like passing by that threshold of like, dang, bro, this junk hard. You know what I'm saying? You do something to be trash. You're like, bro, like maybe I shouldn't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then like I remember I used to be at a place like that around like a month in, and I thought it was gonna be so easy for some reason because it looked kind of self-explanatory. And I made like a piece and it was awful. And I was like, bro, like this junk trash, but maybe I like don't need to do this. You know what I'm saying? Then my next piece, but I was so blown, bro. I was like, bro, like I'm about to put the sewing machine down. But then my next piece was like decent. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I realized, but just like with baseball with us, bro, it's just like we weren't born good at baseball. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We weren't born. You know what I'm saying? So you just with anything good, you just got to put time in. Honestly, like some real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wasn't even working every day as hard as I could have this year, but just probably like doing like a piece every 2 weeks from like March until the end of the year. I progressed so far, you know what I'm saying, without even like necessarily like learning specific skills, just by making stuff, you know. So that was definitely like small wins there, you know what I'm saying? Just that commitment and discipline to like, putting that work in.
No, definitely. And how much so I know you said that you was kind of like your own enemy at the beginning, putting out a piece, either you got some positive feedback from others out there, but internally like you just didn't really like it, or that really wasn't the vision you wanted to put out there.
Right.
How hard was it for you to kind of, well, how did you overcome that, like, I guess, having that internal battle with yourself?
Um, Honestly, and I hate that this is something that helped me, but like people's feedback, honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I make something and I remember, cause I'm teaching now. So I remember I wore one of my pieces to the school
Right.
and like everybody was just like, bro, that's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who did that? Like, where'd you get that from? Blah, 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 whatever. And I actually be like, yeah, I made it. And kind of like that satisfaction from somebody appreciating kind of like me making this by my hands. It kind of makes you feel like I need to keep trying to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like internally, like even though I might have thought it was trash or I might have thought a piece was trash, I realized like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just art. You know what I'm saying? And like me making this, it don't gotta be perfect. It gotta be me. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta do it how I like to do it. Obviously I'm gonna get better, my skills gonna be better, but my vision for it is like what makes it unique in my own way. You know what I'm saying? People gonna appreciate it um in that way, if I'm be original with it. So,
Right.
just really that for sure.
So, and I know you said, you know, you wanted to have a brand idea that's just you, and what defines you? Like, what is you? So when somebody asks you, who is G, or tell me G in a few words, what is? How would you answer that?
Like, I don't know, I say simple, but like I don't know, it's definitely simple, like clean, simple and clean, but very like architectural. Like it's like a lot going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like from the outside, you might not see like all the things, but you take a closer look and you realize there's a lot of stuff going on with the pieces. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of what makes it me.
Mm-hmm. Nah, definitely. And I know down there, in Atlanta, for our viewers don't know, that's where we met. We both met. We both grew up around each other in the same neighborhood too, right? So which
Hmm.
I didn't even know. And also, I was in the same graduate class with his older sister, which
For sure.
we didn't really become really good friends until, you know, around high school time or something
Yeah,
like that.
around high
Okay.
school.
Anyways, that's a little feedback, for some of the viewers out there. But
And we put on the same baseball team, all that. We was, you know what I'm saying? We
all
was
that good stuff, all that good stuff. So knowing how the fashion scene is out there, and you're more of a modern, simplistic, you know clothing style type of guy. Um, would you say you fit into the criteria of what the Atlanta fashion scene is spitting out there?
I would say, bro, honestly, I'm really not trying to, if I can be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want it to be like out of the norm. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want it to be like just basic, but I don't want to really fit into what's going on here. I want it to be like my own kind of category. You know what I'm saying? When it becomes to things me and my boy putting out, I want it to just be like we know that's them. Like they don't look at nothing else nobody else doing. Like the style, the way they put it on, whatever it may be. Um, I don't really want it to fit into that Atlanta style. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's kind of what helped birthed my style, you could say, because I definitely grew up with the skinny jeans, with the you know what I'm
Right.
saying,
Yeah.
with
Yeah. Yeah.
how
Definitely.
with all that. So you know what I'm saying, definitely influenced me, but I really don't want it to be in that box. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can see some influence from it though. So we'll say
Right.
that.
And what's some of the biggest influencers out there that would help you move along with your look and style that you're trying to go for?
Um, well, I'll just okay. So I'll say some of my big influence that's kind of helped my style. if I guess what I'll say is for me as like a designer, like Jerry Lorenzo with like Fear of God.
Mm,
Um, he's he played ball at FAMU baseball, and then he kind of took what completely went into fashion. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like me in a way. So I kind of look at him as like a somebody who kind of doing my exact route a little bit.
yeah.
Um, so him, I really like the way he got going on, and like God is big in his whole situation. That's kind of how I'm oriented in my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So from that aspect, just completely him. And then I like Virgil too. You know what I mean? Rest in peace. But just kind of like the innovation and all the stuff that he had going on. I feel like he was doing a lot of things that I'm trying to get into, really stepping outside the box with like whatever it may be. Um, and those are honestly two of my biggest influence right now, I will say.
Yeah, definitely. Because those are some of the top designers in the game, and especially Virgil. He took
Yeah,
a simplistic look, especially with his collabs. Is
right,
they are just. I'm surprised nobody ever came up with that look anyway, and
right,
I guess with their how they take their approach to find the next pieces and stuff like that, and then kind of go back into the main topic right now, small wins. Um, how important is it to you when you're coming up with a piece, making up a design that that you get the measurements right, or for on the first time, or you know you find the right piece of cloth to go with the piece that you're trying to design or look
right.
for. How important is that like to you?
Bro, you know what? Like up until this point, probably like a month ago, maybe like 2 months ago, maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, I was just making stuff, and I knew how to make like measurements, and I was doing like a lot of rough stuff, like a lot of rough measurements, like kind of like close. Oh, that's close enough. I'll just put that down and kind of how it fit, how it's gonna fit. But bro, like everything is so technical and means something. Like which the fabric that you get and how it's gonna sit on the body. How you want something to like sway, how you want it to move when you walk. The specific fabric, how you want it to sit on your waist, how you want it to sit in your thigh, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like the measurements and all of these things are super important. You know what I mean? To like the last very fine detail. So like I really been trying to take my time with it, like with every piece I've been making recently, because I get almost done and just be like, bro, let me just finish this, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And then I end up messing up the look or what I'm trying to go for, bro. So like honestly, it's taught me a lot about patience, bro. Just like all that fine detail that I've had to really tap into towards the end of this year. You know what I mean? Because all that stuff is so important. Talk about life, bro. It's just like low key in life, bro. Everything, the small details. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just like that with clothing, bro. Every little thing means something.
No, no, it definitely does. Especially having like an end mango when you working out, when you working towards something, and you
Right.
see how every little piece, every little process kind of ties into the greater picture that you want. That it kind of like resembles to other aspects like into your life, um, and I guess the way you do your process onto making clothes, doing making new pieces, new designs and stuff like that. How has that affected like your personal life?
I feel like I really don't like buying clothes no more, right? Like it'd be hard for me to buy stuff that I see now because like everything I see, I feel like, bro, I can make something harder than that. So it's like when I be seeing stuff, I'm like, dang, bro, like. So honestly, like I don't really have as many clothes that are bought no more. All of my stuff is like either made by me or it's like something super hard that like I want to be able to create, so I'll buy it for like inspiration. But that part of my life, and it's taking up a lot of time. So like I do that, on weekends. I'm not really out partying and clubbing and doing like young stuff, like kind of what people doing our age. But um, I kind of just took a love to it, and I'd rather do that, you know what I'm saying? Have me a little glass of wine, sit down, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Just vibe out that way. So yeah, bro, it definitely changed the social aspect of my life for sure. Like I just be locked in, you know what I mean? Like whatever, maybe I just be locked in.
And when do you and why do you feel like you have to take away? some of the things that you used to enjoy to really just focus on what you do? Because some people might say, you can still party and be social with you and do what you want as long as you know, do what you're
Right.
supposed to do.
That's true, bro. You can, you know what I'm saying? But it's really just about what works for you. I have a busy week. I coach and I'm teaching, so it's like I gotta do stuff when I have free time. You know what I mean? And I want this to end up being my main thing. So it's like right now I have to put a decent amount of time into it. You know what I'm saying? So if I was splitting time with that and going out and stuff, and I didn't make it, you know what I'm saying? I'd look back like with regret, like, dang, like if I could have just tapped in and what I'm saying, let that club life go for 1 or 2 weekends, and I could have made some hard piece that I was procrastinating on, and like, dang, would that have been worth it? So it's just that's what I tell myself, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that stuff. And then you go out to the club and it be dry, be lame, it don't even be lit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Then you get there, you're like, dang, I done wasted my time. I done came all the way out here, for a chance to have a good time. It's just a chance, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna always be there. So I don't be stressing about it.
Nah, definitely, definitely so. And when you're going through your progressions and stuff like that, how do you how do you set and track your goals? So, how important is it to you to keep that documentation and knowing what am I supposed to be doing and how long am I supposed to be doing it?
Um, I try to I definitely keep like record of things I made. Like I got like a little journal that I like put all my designs in, well, most of them in, and I like see the progress from like when I first started to now. Like not even like what I've actually made, just like my what like I've came up with, and like that's grown so much just because of certain things I know how to do now. It's like I'm willing to like push the bar a little higher because like when my designs were like in February, I thought I was making some hard designs in my job. Like, oh my God, it's gonna be super hard. And now I look at it like, bro, like that's super easy. I can do that. That's not even nothing for a lot of people doing that. So it's like growth, as my skill grows, my mind grows, my creativity grows, and everything kind of grows together with me. And then I'm trying to, and I just keep my pieces kind of like in my closet, and um, I like study them in a way. Like I go back and look at them and see what I did wrong, and use it, and what I'm saying, do all this. Just really just study it, bro.
Okay, for technical difficulties, I love my child, so you guys heard him. I'm about to go check up with him. So let them
You
niggas think
straight?
about. Yeah, he just wanted. He locked the iPad.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm back. So I care about my kids. Don't call CPS on me. But anyways, so um, leading to looking at your pieces and your achievements to kind of like remind yourself that hey, you did that thing. It's gonna lead into my next question. Um, you know, seeing is believing, and seeing your achievements, just makes give you that extra motivation to keep going. And what's a small win that you've been proud of, I guess, from this last year?
Um. Okay, so I just bought a car. Probably like um last week. So right at the end of the year, I
Decent.
just purchased my first car, man. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
big boy purchase. Okay.
Just bought my first car, so that felt good. Just really working for something, and being able to see the results like that. So I felt like to end a year like that after my clothing, all that stuff kind of been coming together was just like a real blessing. Um, so yeah, man, that was definitely a big win, bro. Because I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been like really not having a whip out here for real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just to really get my first purchase, and now I can got my own thing. I don't got to rely on nobody or whatever it may be. That's definitely a huge win.
No, no, it definitely does. You know what I mean? And for you guys out there, it's important to talk about small things like that because it might not be big, to other people. Like, oh, you bought a car. Like, okay, what to do? I got three of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or I've been had mine, boy. But you know, like I said before, seeing is believing, and believing is seeing. You know what I mean? So just actually going out and say you're gonna do something, and you actually did it, and it's gonna help you in other aspects in your life. It's gonna push you forward to be like, well, if I did this, I can do a whole bunch of other things.
Right.
Um, which is gonna lead me
True.
transition to my our next topic, as we got what, like 25 minutes left. Um, the New Year's, New Year's around the corner. Few hours left before 2025 is here. And number one, do you even celebrate New Year's? 'Cause I see a lot of people don't even like celebrate New Year's. It's just a thing.
Um, I feel like it's a thing for I just be chilling, bro. Like I just stay in the house really mostly on New Year's.
Mm,
Supposed to be out here tripping on New Year's, like you know what I'm saying. You never know what's gonna happen. And the road be dangerous. People be out, drunk, high out their minds. So they be like, it just be a lot of bad stuff going on New Year's for real. And I'd rather just stay inside on New Year's and be with the fam and take it in with them. So I mean, I guess I celebrate it in that way.
right.
I still celebrate it. I definitely acknowledge the fact that we moving into this new year that's gonna be like something big and crazy. So yeah, I definitely celebrate it in my own way.
And how often do you make New Year's resolutions, and how often do you actually achieve it?
I I do make New Year's resolutions. I ain't gonna lie. I do make New Year's resolutions, but they're like goals more so than resolutions. I'm not really trying to like I set new goals for each year. Like I'm not
Okay.
trying to like necessarily change like 360 something completely in my life that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm really trying to like push the bar a little higher. You know what I'm saying? Like just like when we said we are gonna start the clothing last year, and now we done did it, and now we progressing with it. It's just gonna be like more things like that. Like it's not gonna be nothing too crazy like that I don't like about myself or like what I'm saying.
Right.
And if
Right.
you do that, that is okay. You could res resolve all you need to resolve, bro. Like do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
that I do
Especially
it over here.
people love they love to lead. They love to change their whole
Oh
persona.
man, for
Just
one
out for one
month.
day.
It didn't last till like January 20th. By February, they done completely reverted back to what they tried to resolve. But listen, that's between you. That's between you though. I got nothing to do with you.
Nah, nah, for
So,
sure, for sure. And so, before I even sway into that, your what are three main goals for 2025 you wanna get accomplished?
um, well, I don't want to speak on too much of what we got
Okay,
cooking up,
okay, okay.
but
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. I will say though, I definitely want to progress our brand. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to progress our business we got coming up, with our clothing. And I just wanted to go to new heights. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what all we can do, so I don't really want to put a box around it and kind of just like aim too low, and then like realize we can go like way much higher than that, man. So that's definitely one of my goals, just to progress it. I want to be better with money. I want to manage money a lot better and save a lot and build a lot into that next year. Because I saw a lot of money last year that like I felt like I could have did better with, and possibly it could have grown for me, and did a better job. So that I want to network more, and I want to network more. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out more and like um just network, show my pieces, get with people that doing their pieces. You know what I'm saying? Just and that I just really want to do that a lot more in the new year.
Mm.
Three of my goals.
Nah, nah, for sure. No, those are three amazing goals, and definitely, I'm pretty sure you already thought about this, but you haven't. Definitely being in like a fashion show or something to show off your pieces.
For sure. But that's what I was gonna say. So, me and my partner, we going to New York Fashion Week in February. So around February,
Exclusive.
yeah, I had to judge you out
Yeah,
there.
okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Be on the lookout for the content. But on around mid February or beginning of February, we're gonna go out there for Fashion Week and really just be out there, show some of our pieces off, get us, go to some fashion shows, shoot some content. You know what I mean? Just try to like really network out there a little bit and show some what we got going on.
Nah, definitely, definitely. Now to swagger and to bring it back. It's still on the topic on New Year's and people changing their whole persona. And saying or people saying, you know, I'm gonna leave X, I'm gonna leave this person back in 2024. I'm gonna do X,
Right.
Y, Z. Um, why do you feel like people like want to do all of those things from one day?
But it's just like people need a lot of people need help. You know, they don't have enough like discipline and willpower to kind of like just make changes in real time. You know what I mean? So they need like um these big days or like these, New Year's to like make these significant changes in their life because they feel like that'll help them stay disciplined. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like postponing it. Like, okay, I'm gonna just do it up until this point. And it's really an excuse for yourself to do it up until then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or just, using something of such significance to kind of trick yourself into being consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like if you really want to do something, you gotta like commit to it from yourself. You know what I mean? Like just
Mm-hmm.
starting on the first day of the year or choose letting these big days kind of determine it for you. Like that's not gonna sustain. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you really not committed to it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm starting New Year, but like deep down, soon as little boo boo call you, you gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm leaving him back into for one
Hey,
call. It's gonna
hey,
be a
big
wrap. Like,
head,
you know what
wifey.
I'm saying?
Hey,
It's gonna
big
be
head,
over
what you
with.
doing? Come outside.
I'll be out there. Hold up.
Oh, and do you feel like it's a good excuse that people, you know, use New Year's to kind of actually do what they wanted to do, or they want to leave somebody, or they want to change their friend group?
You said, do I feel like it's a good excuse?
Yeah, like, do you feel like it's a good excuse, or
No, I
isn't it
feel like it's
only a good
lazy,
excuse if
bro.
it works?
I feel like, okay. I feel like it is a good excuse to work. I definitely feel like it's lazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's super lazy, bro. Like you could have been did this, or you could have just not said you was gonna do it and just did it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even gotta announce it. You could have just actively had action with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like and just like, but like you speaking about it, like, oh, if you ain't hit me up on New Year's, just consider yourself left. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Them things not gonna sustain, bro. Like,
Nah, definitely not. And because, you know, you definitely do see a lot of posts about, like you said, oh, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna save money, I'm gonna leave this person, you know, you didn't tell me X, Y, Z, you know, you can stay over there. what are what are some of your, what are three of your biggest icks when it comes to New Year's resolutions that people put out there or try to make them themselves?
I mean, I really do not like the leaving somebody in 2024. Cause like, bro, people that's not real. Like, if they hit you up, you gon' you know what I'm saying? I hope not, but you know what I'm saying? Realistically, if you posting this like this, you trying to convince yourself to believe this. Like, you know what I'm saying? You trying to like trick yourself. And it's like, bro, I can tell already that you not committed to this. But by the way, you posting trying to get people to, yeah, bro, that's right. Lead them in 2024. They ain't never did nothing for you anyway. That's one of my ex. Two, um, I'm okay. I ain't gonna say I don't like the fitness one because people do need to get in the gym. You know, so if y'all, I like seeing that I'm getting the gym 2024 as much as you can. Make sure you're in the gym 25. Stay consistent with it. I need to get more in the gym too myself. But at the same time, don't let that be your driving force. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let the new year be your driving force to be in the gym because you're gonna last a week, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to be committed for like months to really see some progress in the gym, or you know what I'm saying, with something like that. But it's the same thing with habits, bro. Because this be three. Same thing like with any habits. You want to stop doing something. You want to do this. You want to do that. That's just discipline, bro. Like that's just like being strong in your will. You know what I'm saying? Like not folding is easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to build up some willpower for real to really do any of these things that we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And the year is not gonna grant you that strength because it's a new year. That's just the truth of the matter.
Mm, definitely. And I just thought about this as he was talking about this. Do you feel like Travis Hunter need to leave his girl? Well, I'm sorry, his fiance in 2024.
Travis, bruh. I feel so bad for that boy, bro, because he's so hard. Um, but I don't know, bro. Honestly, like from what social media is portraying, it's not looking good for them. You know what I'm saying? Then he
Mm.
just signed to Young Money, uh,
Oh yeah.
sports agency, bro. What are you doing? Who is advising him?
On me, you're like, come on,
Who's this
man.
big bro?
He
You ain't got
should
no
have
big
just
bros.
he should just went ahead, signed the Clutch Sports with
Come
LeBron and
on, bro.
them, Rich
Sign
Paul.
with King Brian. Also, we didn't cover this. Brian had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday, Bron. Shout out to you, boy.
Shout out Brian, man. But yeah, bro. Now he's tripping. Him and I feel like he should leave her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what I was telling somebody the other day, bro. I feel like um when he might start dating her, he might not known his worth for real, and she was probably like a bad girl, and
Mm.
he's probably like, dang, okay, I got me some. I'm gonna do right by her. I'm gonna try to, treat her like a queen. And that dynamic kind of just like stayed that, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's like the number one athlete in college football right now, won the Heisman. But like the dynamic that they started with their relationship, I feel like that just stayed the same. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people don't realize because they've been in something too long how dynamics should switch. Like if anything, she should be like it should be the opposite way around. Like that man about to get you millions and millions of
Oh yeah, for
dollars.
sure. Like, because I think when he went out there in Colorado, shit, yeah, they got both of them a house, all the furniture,
Come on,
basically got
bro.
everything that she pretty much wanted. And um, if you was put in a similar situation like that, and let's just say for dear take, you didn't know about your girl past, which I guess piss poor
Right.
job about you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, do you feel like your girl should have been told you about her past, about certain things about her past, or is this one of those things where if it happens or it comes up, now you this is the opportunity for her to kind of explain herself.
First of all, I don't know, bro. I can put myself in a situation, bro, because I'm not choosing no girl that's like that, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. You can this girl over she was in like music videos and stuff like what to do, like letting him fill out on her and all that crazy stuff. Like, bro, if you're my girl and I find a music video with you doing this in, I don't care if this was
You
10
say
years
you're
ago.
done.
We're not. Come on, now we're not doing that. What is? Because, bro, like I'm not saying people can't change. Because I feel like people can change for real, for real.
Hmm.
I feel like they can, but they gotta be actively trying to do this. I can tell that that girl is not changing. Oh my gosh, like on them videos, bro. She talking about he was waiting in the car while I was in the
Oh
party.
yeah, yeah. That nah.
Travis,
Yeah, folks was
Travis.
a goofball Jamal. Like, just like you said, maybe he didn't know his worth, in high school. You know what I mean? Or
But
so.
like, bro, like I don't care if you don't know your worth, right? That's one thing they have pretty good. You don't know your worth. Waiting in the car for her at the party, bro, and she in there flicked up with guys on her. Come on, bro. Doing? You should be like, all right, if anything, bro, like, I'll just come back and scoop you. You know what I'm saying?
That is
Like
true.
realistically about the situation, right? Like say you just want to drop a girl off at the party, which you can do. Waiting in the parking lot for her for this whole that's
I
crazy,
know
Travis.
waiting in the car. Yeah, that's
I can't get
crazy.
behind that. Can't get behind that, Trey. I ain't gonna lie. He's still my boy though.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, Travis, man. You gotta do better out there, and to his fiance, and if you're gonna play this role, you got to do your job because this is an empire now, right? This is a marketable image not only for you but for him too because we
Right,
see how um, you know stuff going on in your personal life can change the athletes whole
right.
course career, aka Tim Anderson. You know what I mean? When
Tim
that incident came out about him, his wife, and his baby mama, and stuff going on. His career just went downhill.
ain't ain't been the same
And
since.
ain't been the same since. You know what I mean? Ain't been the same since. So Travis, if you
Dang,
see
Tim.
this, get right. It's
Cause he early. It's early,
it's
Travis. You know what I'm
too
saying? You got a
early.
long. It's too
Too
early
early.
for this,
And then,
bro.
even
But
though his performance, 4 yards, 118, for that bowl game, they didn't play pretty out there. You
They
know,
didn't.
you got a lot of garbage time. So
They did not play good.
yeah,
They didn't. You know what I'm saying?
and to his to his fiance, just like I said before, you gotta do right. I know you said that he wasn't your type when you first seen him, and your brother tried to tell you about him, and you said no. Keep that to yourself.
Why do you have to? Why do you have to mention that?
Yeah, come on, keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Don't put it on social media. You know what I mean? It's cool. Like, if y'all want to be that social media couple, cool, but you gotta differentiate what we gonna put out
Yeah.
there and what we not gonna put out there because you open up a
Hmm.
whole can of worms, especially for our people outside looking in or what's really going on.
For
So,
sure.
hey man,
Definitely, man.
as we wrap up the ending this podcast, I just want to appreciate you guys for supporting us, checking in with us. I want to appreciate shout out to my boy G for coming on, a good long
Sure, bro.
friend of this pod, and any content, anything that he put out there, our marketing team is for sure reposting and putting it out there, and you
Sure,
know
bro.
hey man, I know big things is coming for you and your brand is going on in 2025. You gonna kill it. You gonna kill it though. You got a story to tell just like everybody else out there. So,
Going up.
any last words before we get up out of here?
Um, Not really, man. Y'all get right with God, man. That's all I got. Good relationship, bro. Going 25 with, what I'm saying, getting closer with God, bro. Y'all get into the Bible, all that, man. That's what I got for y'all. And going to the new year. That's what y'all do in the new year.
Nah, for sure, man. Great words from the the preacher's son. You know what I mean? You didn't know his dad's a pastor. You know what I mean? So he gotta get right with the Lord.
Come on now.
So, you know,
Damn,
happy
Dame, they tweaking on
holidays.
them.
Happy New Year's. I'm him. He's he.
That's your
This
problem.
is
Ain't nobody playing but you.